Welcome to the fifth session of our business marketing workshop. In session 1, we have looked at why business plan matters. In session 2, we look at the executive summary, and you can write your executive summary step-by-step process. In session 3, we look at business description, and then the last session, which was the session 4, we look at the market analysis, how you can develop the market analysis session of your business plan. Don't forget that the market analysis session of your business plan is a very, very important session. Every component of the business plan is actually very, very important. You understand? Now we are going to look at organization and management. Now the organization and management session of your business plans details the organizational structure, the leadership team, and the key personnel, the people that are in charge, their roles, their responsibilities, and every other thing. So you need to be able to detail out these things. And again, this session is also organized in sessions. In sessions, you are going to develop them in sessions. For example, the first session is what we call the business structure. Here you are going to state the legal structure of the business, whether it is a sole proprietorship, or it is a partnership, or it is a limited liability company. Then you are going to provide reasons for choosing this particular structure. If you have been following what we have been discussing from the one, you realize that this is not the first time we are mentioning this, but this is another opportunity for you again, because everything about business plan is about selling your point, selling your idea. You understand? So that is everything about business plan. It's just about selling your business idea, convincing people that you are the best guy in the market, right? So every now and then you have the opportunity to emphasize something. Don't miss it. You emphasize it. Now, how do you? We have mentioned session 1 of this of the organization and management structure is what the business structure, where you mention whether the business is a sole proprietorship, partnership, or a limited liability company. Then you provide the reasons for choosing this particular structure. The next is ownership details. Ownership details. You are going to list the owners of the business. Then you include their names, their ownership percentages, and contributions. How have they contributed to the growth of the business? And then what are their ownership percentage of the business? That their shares. What is the share of the business that they are holding? You, the founder, the lead founder, can have 10%. Let's say if you are running a partnership business, you can have 60%. Then maybe you have two other partners that have 20%. You understand? Or just one partner that have 40%. So that is what we are talking about. So what is the share holding of the company? Why? Because when people want to make decisions as to whether to invest in your business or not, they want to know what. For example, some people want to invest for what we call equity share. They want to invest in exchange for equity. Sometimes they want to get a loan. They want to know those who are responsible and the amount of responsibility that they have. Very, very important. Then you may also want to state their financial status and their intellectual capacity. You understand? And also their experience within the industry. That is the session 2 of the organization and management session of your business plan. Alright, the third session of the organization and management session of the business plan is what we call the organizational chart. Now, in the organizational chart, we are going to show the hierarchy of the business. Who is responsible for what? Who is reporting to who? How does the management structure of the business operate? Who is the manager? Who is the assistant manager? When we show the hierarchy, the pyramid of management, you want to get very, very graphic in this session because you want to be able to illustrate clearly so that people can see it clearly from the table or from the chart that yes, this is how the management structure operates. Also, I want to show the roles and responsibilities that is what is distributed within the organization. Who is responsible for marketing? Who is responsible for finance and recording? Who is responsible for operations? Who is responsible for human resource? Assuming your business have grown to have those type of structures, and even as a startup, your business is small, but then again, you need to be able to have people to man the different components of the business and drive the daily operation and the growth of the business, right? So whether they are your employees or they are your partners, you need to be able to show this. So if you have done this, then it will now take us to the fourth session of the management and organization. The first section of the management and organization is the management team. Here you are going to highlight the key members of the team. You are going to include their roles, their responsibilities, and their qualification. And now we are talking about the management team. In the example that we will give you, you are going to see the difference between what I'm saying now and the organizational chart, right? So don't bump your head too much. You are going to see it when you see those examples that we'll give you. And then you include their roles, like I've said, their qualification, and then you also want to mention relevant experience and their expertise, that they will use in contributing to the growth of the business. You need to be able to, here we want to be convinced that these people are not just anyhow people. They're not just the people that are available to you, but they're the people that have the necessary competence and the necessary capacity to drive the growth of the business, because nobody wants to invest his money into a business that will only fail, not because the business idea failed, but because the people that are driving the business do not have the required competence and experience to be able to drive the business to where it is supposed to go. Then the fifth session of this session is the advisory board. If you have an advisory board, this one is optional. There are some businesses, you're starting up as a business, you don't have an advisory board, right? But if you have an advisory board, it's good to also include them. Even if you don't have, it's also good to have an advisory board. 2-3 people that will advise you. They are not part of the business, they are not part of the daily operations of the business, that they may not even be shareholders, but they are the people who believe in your vision, and the people who want to support you. You understand? So you can include them in your business plan to let people know that yes, you have a strong support base that can support your business to grow, that can help you scale your business via consultancy. Then next is what staffing plan. What is your staffing plan? You need to outline the number of employees, their roles, and how they contribute to the business. And you don't want to have employees that are beyond the needs of the business. And you don't want to have employees that are below the needs of the business. So in your business plan, you want to detail who are you employing, why are you employing the person, and what is the person going to be doing specifically, and how is the person contributing to the overall objective of the business. Then you're also going to mention plans for recruitment or training. If you are going to recruit, when will you recruit? 1 year's time, after 6 months, after 1 year? So when are you going to recruit, and what is your plan for training? What are the subjects of the training, and how rigorous is the training? How is the training going to be organized? So these are things that you need to put into consideration and make sure it's contained there. Then the last session, which is the 7th session, is what key processes and leadership approach. You want to describe the management practices, the decision-making process, and the leadership style that you are using in your business. What is the leadership style that you people are imbibing? You must have had something like corporate structure, corporate culture. This is what defines your corporate culture, right? Your decision-making processes, your leadership style, right? Your management practices. These are the things that defines the culture of every organization, of every business. So you need to state this clearly. Very, very important. Then you want to also highlight how this align with your business goals. How do your leadership styles, your decision-making processes, and all that, how do they align with your business goal? Don't forget that in trying to choose your management practices and your decision-making processes, you want to choose something that is flexible, something that is quick and easy to respond. You don't want a system or a management practice where there is a lot of bureaucracies and decision-making becomes very tough, because you have to consult A, B, C, D, and E. All hands have to be on deck before a decision will be made. So you see that type of system. So if Mr. A is not around, the decision cannot be made. So you see, when you want to choose your management practices, you want to choose a practice that is easy, that is flexible, a management that is quick and proactive. So thank you very much once again for participating in this session. Please, I want to encourage you to try and implement what you are learning in this workshop. Check the description below. You have a link there to a post where we have detailed examples and a practical and a classic example of what organization and management structure should look like a business plan, and all the sessions are there. Classic example is there for you. You see it practically, and then you'll be able to implement the same for your business. Then also look at you also look at the same post. You're also going to see the step-by-step process by which you can implement these things. So thank you very much for participating. Don't forget to invite your other friends to also participate in this workshop, and also ensure to give us the thumbs up for this video so that this video can be recommended for more people on YouTube. Don't also forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next session. Thank you.